Hey, friends. So nice to see you. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother. So happy you're here. So happy to see you. I'm going to start out by saying thank you to Laura T. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for the super chat, super sticker. Really appreciate your generosity. And Laura is super generous. Laura sends me these wonderful care packages. One included this deck that I think we're going to use for readings today. So thank you, Laura. Really appreciate you. Claire C., thank you for being a member, and thank you for the super chat. Happy early 4th of July. Same to you, and thank you for your generosity. Justine, thank you for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator, and thank you for the generous super sticker. Really appreciate it, everyone. I appreciate your support so much. So what we do on Saturdays, I promised one of you, I'm not going to say which one, that I would text and say when I'm on the air, and I forgot to. So I'm doing it right now. Okay, on YouTube now. I said I would, so I did. All right, what we do on Saturdays, specific questions. Here's the truth. If I were not a professional tarot reader, I would probably be like a really obnoxious, gossipy person. One of the things that I think is so much fun about tarot is we get to really look at our lives and we get to look at other people's lives. And it's so interesting. It's so interesting. So much fun. So let's get it going. I love this deck, Weird Cat Tarot. As I said, it was a gift from Laura T. I've used it once in a live, and I used it just for like a single card thing like we do on Mondays or Fridays or something. I've never done this kind of readings with this deck. I'm going to give it a try. I like it so much. I think it's going to go okay. If it doesn't, I've got other decks here I can switch out. Bianca's like, oh my gosh, this deck is so cute. I know, right? Right? It's like a whole vibe that... it feels silly, but I like the way it reads. I like the way it feels. There's just something about it that just feels good. So here we go. I will do this in the order in which I see it. From George, starting with George. So nice to see you. Would I be able to enter Canada? I think there are some things that you might have to do to be able to. There might be some particular forms or permissions or whatever, but I think you could make it happen if you wanted to. Lisa Harmon, another cat tarot that goes on my wish list. There you go. Mix you here, Michelle in Canada. So nice to see you. My body has been in more pain lately. Oh no! Is this because of the bad air, weather, needing new glasses, stress, or something else? I woke up in a ton of pain. If anyone can send good Reiki energy, thank you. Yeah, consider it done, everyone. Go ahead, man. And I wonder just how much it has to do with the smoke, to be honest, the bad air quality up there in Canada. I'm sending you so much love. So let's see. Give me a minute. If anything so far, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking my process through, I was just doing my process. If anything so far, it's more likely to be stress than anything else. Do I think there's something going on physically? I really don't. I wonder if you're drinking enough water. I wonder if you're dehydrated, to be honest with you. I think it's stress, and then it's what you do with the body. Not just you, but any of us. When we're stressed, we may eat differently, we may move differently, we may hold our body differently. We may not drink enough fluids, something. So I think at the end of the day, obviously talk to your doctor, but at the end of the day, I think it's stress, and I think you could counteract it by being a little more conscious about what you're doing with your body. So try that. And we are all sending you energy and Reiki and healing. Laura T, again, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. My mom in spirit often flickers the lights. Recently, it's been longer bursts and more erratic. What does Gloria want me to know? She feels like you've been tolerating some things in your life that you're now seeing things have to change. And she is supporting the changes that you're making. She is supporting your strength in yourself. She is supporting you lugging yourself. Loving. I think I might have said lugging, and I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say was loving. And so she's really supporting your growth and your healing. I think that's what it is. And so when you see those things, recognize it as a support for your growth and your healing. Michelle, that makes sense. You haven't been as active the last few days with the bad air. Right, that totally makes sense. Okay, Cassandra, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Will my boyfriend's leave from deployment get approved so he can come see us for a few days? Well, that would be nice. I believe it will. I'm not sure of the timing. Like, it might be during inconvenient timing. So I think it will, but it might not be exactly when he wants it. But I do think it will happen, yes. And I think it will be good when it happens. All right. Your mom wants to know how the week's going to go for her. Her and my dad are going on vacation for a bike event. All right. I think it will be an interesting week. I think there's a lot of ways it's going to be really great. And a lot of ways, like, your mom is becoming more aware of things that she tolerates that she doesn't want to tolerate anymore. And so that's kind of running in the background all the time wherever she goes. And so that will be part of it too. But overall, I think it's going to be good. All right. How are we doing with this new deck? I think it's going okay. I feel good about it so far. Let me know if you think differently. Lisa Harmon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Next question. Next question is Ali Mammon. Just wanted a health reading done on my body. And you're wondering if I need to know which place specifically. Well, yeah, if you had a question, a specific health question, I would definitely look at it. Obviously not a doctor. Of course, if you have health questions, go ahead and, go see your doctor. When I look, just at your well-being, like, there was nothing that I was particularly worried about, but I can see that there is a place physically. Notice how we got all pentacles here. And notice how pentacles in this deck are strawberries. Do you love that? I love that. Although I don't know what the connection is between cats and strawberries, I'm there for it. It's all good. So I think it's fun that there's a health question. And it's pentacles. Overall, I'm not worried. There is definitely something that is worrying you or upsetting you or bothering you that I think needs some work. Now, is that work that you do? Is that like a dietary thing or an exercise thing that you do? Is that work that a doctor needs to do? I don't know. But whatever that is, you probably know better than I do, and it does need some work. But overall, I'm not worried about you. Okay. Zainab Ali, nice to see you. What are Muhammad Ali's feelings and intentions toward me? I feel like there's anger there. And I would say the intention, it's weird because I feel like sometimes there can be sweet intentions. Other times the intention seems to be to just be far away. So I think this person may be confused as to their own intentions. All right, Mixuir. For my roommate, Libby, I applied for a new job at my company, and I'm wondering if I have a chance at getting it. If not, should I consider a career change or maybe going back to school? All right. So, are you likely to get this new job? I think there's a good shot at it, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a very good shot. But in either case, whether you get it or not, let's look at the schooling thing. Is going back to school a thing you should consider? That is a good option, whether or not you get this job, it's an option. And what about a career change? Come see, come saw. You know, I think you're fine where you are, and you can move to the side of that over time if you want. All right, Iva Morris, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What will be my biggest challenge in this week to come, and what will be my best approach? What a great question. That's so smart. Okay. Your biggest challenge will be not wanting to work. Obviously, you know, perhaps you might have some time out because of the holiday. And so it may be coming back to work after the holiday is hard. Maybe you don't get time off for the holiday. But one way or the other, I feel like you want time off, need time off. And whatever time off you get for the holiday, you're going to want more than that. And so that's going to be your biggest challenge. And the solution is going to be, if you can cut yourself some slack this week, do it. If you don't need to show up, don't show up. If you don't have to be there, don't be there. If you can put it off till the following week, I think you need a break this week. So as much time as you can take for yourself, that's what you should do this week. Priyanka, we are searching for a suitable life partner for my brother. Can you please tell me by when we will get it? And when will my brother get married? All right, let's take a look and see. Yes, I think you'll find it, and I think your brother will be married in about a year after finding it, and I think it'll be soon. So in about a year, your brother will get married. Year and a half. All right, Martha Vink. Oh, River's Edge, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. All right, Martha Vink. My 15-year-old beloved smart car convertible has come to the point where repairs exceed the value, except emotionally. I have a second car, but adore the convertible. Should I explore getting another? Well, I mean, 15 years, my goodness gracious. That's a long time to keep a car. Now, I recognize that it's a vanity car. You know, you're a single person. A second car for a single person, it's a vanity car. It's a vanity car, it's a fun car, it's a status car. I recognize that you don't need it. But do you? Here is what I'm going to say to you, my good friend. Martha, you have precious few things in your life that just give you unadulterated joy and make you feel like yourself and make you feel like you're having fun. And that car has been one of them. Now, must it be another smart? Not necessarily. There are options. There are many options. I think what it must be is a drop top. I think you really like the convertible. I don't know if you could do with like a Jeep where the whole thing comes off. Like, I don't know, you know, like I don't think a moonroof or a sunroof is going to be enough. But I don't know, like if it has to be a traditional convertible or whatever. I know that you would want the car to be in some way very environmentally friendly. I will tell you, my family is we love our electric. I don't know how many electric convertibles exist, but I wonder. So yeah, I think that you absolutely owe yourself this indulgence because you have so few in your life. And it's not a huge ask. So yeah, I think you should. All right. Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Should I try selling my paintings? Asks Claire. Well, let's see. What would happen if you tried to sell your paintings? So there's a lot going on here. On one hand, selling your paintings would prove to some part of yourself or to some people around you the value of your work. I wouldn't do it for that, though. Like, if you're questioning the value of your work, you need to know your work has value. If other people are questioning the value of your work, you shouldn't talk to those people. So don't do it to prove the value of your work. I think you would like to do it if it were not too much trouble. Like the idea of having to pack up all your paintings and hang them for an outdoor show on the weekend, and then what if it rains? Like, that feels like way too much. Even trying to photograph them and putting them up online feels like a lot. I feel like if you were going to do it, the key would be to find a local diner, restaurant, whatever, or gallery that hangs shows and just hang in a show. So you can show up for the opening and a month later come collect your stuff and whatever you've sold, the money for whatever you've sold, and do like that. So the short answer is yes, but the long answer is how you do it really matters. All right. Justine, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Thank you for the super sticker. Here's the question. What happened with Jack? I haven't heard much from him since I last saw him. What did I do to scare him off this time? And should I expect to hear from him at all in the future? Oh, so interesting. So interesting. Okay, here we go. I think Jack is just being Jack. Did you scare him off particularly? Maybe. If so, what did you do to scare him off? I think I think you might just be a lot for him. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think he might just be not enough for you and he knows it, So I think, I don't think you did anything bad. I don't think you did anything you shouldn't have done. And if just being you scares him off, then, he should go find someone who's less. Seriously. Should you expect to hear from him at all in the future? Wow, those same cards, even though I shuffled. If he's in a mood to call you and reach out, he strikes me as the kind of guy, and I don't think he's a bad guy at all. I would sort of say the kind of guy, that sounded worse than I mean it. But he does strike me as the sort of person who would be perfectly comfortable not calling you for a while and then reaching out if he wants to hang out, and maybe it feels like a booty call, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But you probably will hear from him again at some point. But the question is, I feel like this isn't working for you. And I think that's what it really comes down to, and I feel like you're reacting to him. What did I do? And I don't think that's the right question. The question is, what did he do? And the answer is, not hardly enough. Get rid of him. That's what I say. I think what he has done is finally given you enough reason to get rid of him. All right, Lisa Harmon, you're up next. Thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for being here today. Over the past 2.5 years, I've been through widowhood, a benign brain tumor, a lung biopsy, and an incredible journey of healing. Will things begin to settle down in the near future? And thank you for commenting. Yes, I did post. It's grainy. I just threw it up. I posted a pic of the babies today because it is literally their 1-year birthday. They're literally a year old today. The party is in 2 weeks. Of course, there'll be pictures from the party. And I'll catch you all up on pictures. I have been remiss in not sharing enough baby stuff with you. But yes, it is the 1 year anniversary of the baby's birth. So there you go. All right. Lisa Harmon, here we go. So it depends what you mean by settle down. I think these really difficult things, there's not going to be as many of those for a while. And I think, the healing journey continues. The healing journey continues. And so it depends what you mean by settle down. Because I think that it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be busy. I think it's going to be fun. But I think there's going to be less about doctors and mortality in hospitals and more about interesting people and interesting conversation and learning new things and exploring new things and making new friends and having just new wonderful things in your life. That's what I think. Justine, I'm sorry. I know. He was disappointing because we actually liked him. I'm sorry. Okay. Lydia, nice to see you. I would like to know, how does he feel about me? The date I set for us to talk is almost here, so I've been thinking a lot about his true feelings for me. All right, let's go. What does he really feel for you? I believe he cares for you, but I believe he believes that he can't be the man that you need him to be because he doesn't have the money. And he believes that as a man, he needs to have the money in order to be in a relationship. So it's not really how he feels about you that's important here. It's about how he feels about money and relationships and his role as a man. Because I think that's what this is really all about. Is he doesn't feel like he's enough or can bring enough to the table. So the problem is not what he feels about you, it's what he feels about himself, his situation, love, and relationships. I hope that helps. Yolanda, thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. I need to contact my current qualified supervisor today and tell her I can't keep her because I have to use the one with the new job. How much do I tell her? Do I tell anyone where I will be working? And I assume you mean anyone from your old job. I think you say as little as possible. I think you reach out and you say, thank you so much for being willing to continue supervision. I've found a new job very quickly that I'm happy about, and they require me to do my supervision on site. So I'll be continuing my supervision with them. Again, thank you. There it is. I wouldn't say any more than that. And if they ask, oh, where will you be working? You can just say, oh, at a private practice nearby, and I just don't think that they deserve that information. I don't necessarily think it's dangerous to give it to them, but I don't think they deserve it. All right. Bianca Taro, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Advice from Spirit about my love life in the upcoming years. Well, I think you are really looking for a right person. Like, I think you have it, in your head that what you want is to meet that one right person and have like a fairly traditional life with that person, in the sense of like, it feels, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like you're looking for a guy. It feels like you're looking for monogamy. It feels like you might be looking for marriage. And so that to me feels like the goal. And I feel like the advice that's coming here, is okay, that's the goal, But I think it is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you really know the type of person, like what you want in a relationship, what you want in a person. I don't think you know. So you may need to date outside of that goal just to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. As soon as you are clear on what works for you and what doesn't work for you, then you really want to be dating, not looking for Mr. Right now, but looking for Mr. Right. And so those are some pieces of advice. There's one more. And that is, don't over-spiritualize this process. There are probably hundreds of people on the planet that you could have a really great life with, and probably tens of thousands that you could be attracted to and have a really lousy life with. So remember, on a lot of levels, it's a numbers game, and that there's a lot that will feel spiritual, but you don't want to over-spiritualize it. And Yolanda, I want to say thank you so much for the generous super sticker. Really appreciate it. All right, Santiago, so nice to see you. What can I expect in regards to money in my near future? Well, don't spend it till you have it. I think you're going to have some anxiety, and you're going to feel like you're not, I think you'll have what you need, but you won't feel as successful as you want to feel. And there might be something, and we were just speaking earlier, a few ago, about relationship with money. And I think you might want to look at your relationship with the energy of money. Because I feel like you will have enough, but you will worry because you will feel like you should have more. And I think you could have more, but I think you need to kind of explore what all of that is all about. All right, Winter, nice to see you. Thanks for being here, Rosemary. My question is, oh no, my face just really got me into trouble. I'm sorry. It's good that I don't play poker because I got zero poker play face. My question is, when I asked you about when I move out of this hotel in my own place, you said 3 to 6 months after, I think, but you had a concerned look on your face. And yeah, I remember that, and I did, because it felt like too long. It feels like it should be sooner. It feels like it's taking too long. And that was the concern. It's like, is it really going to take that long? Oh my gosh. And so I've given you a free pass. That was not your Saturday Psychic question, because that was a clarification on another one. So if you have another question, Winter, you got a pass for that. Go ahead. Ask another question. Nalini Kalu, it's so nice to see you. Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. In a past live, I asked if I already met my dream guy, and you said it's possible. Can you give me more specifics on who he is, and did my chance at love pass me by? So now here's the thing. It sounds like you're talking from a belief that there is just one great person in the world for you. And I'll go back to what I was saying to Bianca. Like that idea that there just is this fated partner. And if you don't find that person, you're just screwed for the rest of your life. I know this is something that some people believe, but where is the evidence for this? Why would we believe this? Why would we set ourselves up for that? That feels like such a stupid thing to believe. I don't understand it. Like, I look at a lot of the other silly things that we believe, and I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling you out at all. A lot of us believe these things, right? But why? Like when I look at other things that we tell ourselves to comfort us, it makes sense. This one doesn't make sense. Like, why would you believe you only have one shot at love? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay, I'm done with my rant. I'll do your reading now, and I do apologize, Nalini. You know me. You know I'm just messing with. I'm not really just messing with you. I'm just saying what I think, which I guess is what I do. All right. So, let's look. Has your chance of love passed you by? And that's the thing, like, unless you're like 90, I don't think anyone's chance for love has ever passed them by. But that's just me. And even then, maybe not. Has your chance for love passed you by? Absolutely, positively not. No. Now, a dream guy, and remember, you could have many dream guys, but could there be someone great that could be good for you that you have already met? Yes! I'm sorry, I'm going to drive you nuts. Yeah, I feel like there's, and is this person someone that you have proximity to right now? Yeah, I think so. I think there's someone around you that you have proximity to that could turn into a good relationship, perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, good. I got laughy faces from the ladies, so you're not angry with me. Okay, good. Good. So yeah, I don't think it's like some weird mystery thing, and I don't think it's something that you screwed up, and I don't think there's any chance for love that has passed you by. But I do think there might be someone like around you that you could be compatible with, perhaps. So that'll drive you nuts. All right. Okay, so Adrija, you're looking for U and H. So what's coming up here is like, there are ways that the two of you could have some connection and compatibility, and I think that you may talk to each other. I don't know, in the long run, it's hard to know, but I think you will speak anyway, and you will have an opportunity to get to know if there's a connection here. That's what I think. Oh, Teresa. Oh, man. Woo, this is a question. Oh, I'm psyched for this. Teresa, first of all, thank you for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Should I apply for my MBA or law school? Oh, my gosh. Okay. So either seems really good. So let's go way out and let's say which of these two degrees Oh, Nalini, I'm going to answer that. I have something to say to you, Nalini. I'm going to say something that will make you feel better. Which of these two degrees will help you have the career and the life that you really want? That's the question. Both are good. Like, there's no wrong answer here, Teresa, but I'm leaning toward law school. I think law school will, in a way, it's the harder path. It's a much harder path. But I think it will give you more opportunities to do more interesting things. Okay. Nalini. Oh boy, yes, it does drive me nuts. I shouldn't have asked. So Nalini, I'm going to fix this for you. What does Nalini need to know, really, about her search for right partnership? Nalini needs to know that there has been so much loss and so much grief. And there has been a lot of messaging, Nalini, that you have received that doesn't really support good relationships. Like, you've received a lot of messaging around relationships that's kind of toxic. So there's that. So you are still healing. You are healing from the past, and you're healing from the bad messaging that you have received around relationships and around yourself. That's where you're at right now, Nalini. Allow that to happen, and you will have everything you want in terms of love, in terms of home, in terms of wealth, in terms of family. You'll have it all. Allow yourself to heal. There, that fixed it, didn't it? I I hope it did. All right, and Winter has come back with her question, which we're going to do, and then I'll get back to the list. Okay, should I move to Florida or maybe somewhere like Colorado or back home to Pittsburgh? Florida, I was thinking Ocala, Clearwater, or Tampa, maybe West Palm Beach. Well, then you'd be near us. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in Atlanta, not my choice, and I cannot stand it here. I'm used to peace. All right, so let's see. Back home to Pittsburgh? Nah. Colorado? Maybe. Colorado's worth thinking about. Florida? Florida's worth thinking about. Colorado and Florida are both good. And if you were to do Florida, Ocala, not so much. Clearwater, not so much. Tampa, not so much. West Palm. If you're going to come to Florida, consider South Florida, Palm Beach County. Maybe not West Palm exactly. Maybe Wellington. Maybe Palm Beach. Maybe like Royal Palm, or even like Okeechobee, something like that. Now wait a minute. What am I thinking? Loxahatchee. That's what I was thinking. Loxahatchee or the acreage, not Okeechobee. Loxahatchee or the acreage, somewhere in there might be perfect for you. All right, that was fun. And I didn't do that on purpose, but that did land you really close to me. So you could come to our in-person meetups and stuff. Just saying, just saying. Okay. Kyliz, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What does the future look like for my relationship with my partner who is in prison? Oh, man, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. That's so hard. So when we look at the future of that relationship, this is hard. This is problematic. I feel like it doesn't feel like this person's going to be in there forever. I feel like you can be this person's supportive person and help this person. And this person can be supportive of you in certain ways as well, even during this time. I don't know how you want to handle, like, are we actually like in a relationship? Like, I'm not seeing other people. I don't know how you want to handle that. I could see that go in a lot of ways. Do I see the two of you being together afterwards? I don't know, man. I think you will be in this person's life. I think you will be friends. I think you will be supportive. I'm not sure if the romance continues. And that may be up to you. That may be your choice. All right. River's Edge. And thank you for being here. And once again, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Okay. All right. River's Edge. Can I help Tommy's state of mind? So Tommy needs, I think, yes and no. I think Tommy may need something more than love and more than a friend or more than a family member or whatever. I think, is Hierophant spelled correctly there? That looks weird to me all of a sudden. I don't know. Someone check me on that. Is that weird? All of a sudden that looks weird to me. Anyway, sorry. The things that... Anyway, I feel like Tommy needs help. That may be some sort of a therapist, that may be some sort of a doctor, that may be a counselor, that may be something, but something professional. And you can help Tommy get there, and you can give Tommy safety, assurance, love, all of those things. But we need something greater. All right. Lakeisha, Monique. Will I get 100% VA disability? Let's take a look. And thanks for being here today. You're going to have to fight for it. I think you can get it, but you're going to have to fight for it. And it's worth fighting for. And you deserve it. I mean, you don't deserve to be in that position, but you are in a position where you really should get that status. And I think you will, but you'll have to fight for it. Leslie Jones. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I ended up going out with my Pilates instructor, but it was a bit awkward for me. We were still talking outside of the practice, though. How did she feel when we were hanging out? Also awkward. It was awkward. But the thing is, I think she likes you. So, I mean, awkward is okay. You know, awkward is not a deal breaker. That's what I'm going to say. Trey Cameron, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A message from your higher self. That's interesting. All right. Someone has told you that you sort of have upset, grief, hurt, whatever, that like you don't have a right to, that you're overreacting and you should just get over it. So, on some level, maybe it's true. Maybe you are overreacting. Maybe you should just get over it. But the way to get over it is to lean in and explore your feelings, explore your reaction without shame. You can't feel shame. Now, that's like a triple thing, right? I'm going to shame you for feeling shame for your feelings, right? I mean, that's the thing. So feel what you feel. Feel what you feel, but don't feel like shame is never good, right? Guilt and shame aren't going to serve you. That's what I'm going to say. Joyous Ocean, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. There was a rat in your home in New York. I left someone in charge of catching it. Man, I do not like rats. Will they catch it before I get home on Saturday the 8th? No guarantees. No guarantees. Let's ask this another way. Will you be worried that your home has an infestation? Yeah, I'm concerned. They'll take care of it. They'll take care of it. They'll take care of it. It will get taken care of, but it may be more than just catching a rat. You know, it may take a little more. Maria Parisi, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Do Anthony and I have a ghost in our home? Strange things have been happening. For Anthony, he no longer feels his dad around him. Is Tony still with him? Okay, I'm going to start with that one. I'm going to start with Anthony. Is Tony still with Anthony? Anthony, Tony will always be with you. Your father will always be with you. The fact that you don't feel him as much is simply like sometimes you will and sometimes you won't. But that's not a sign that he's no longer with you. He is still with you. It's just the feelings of it change over time. Now, the strange things that have been happening in the house, what's going on? There are definitely some energies in the house. Nothing dangerous. And it's related to you, Maria. It's from your ancestry. There are ancestors around you just trying to let you know they're there and they're trying to help you. They're not trying to give you a hard time. It's nothing bad. It's nothing that needs to be cleaned or cleansed. You can just ask them if they're bothering you. You could ask them to not bother you, you know. Ask them to say thank you for being here. Buy them some flowers. Seriously, buy them some flowers. Say, these are for you, thank you for being here, but could you please not do this, this, and this? Try that. All right, Pamela Scott. Marco's sister watches all my stories. Does she talk to him about what I post? Probably, yeah. I would think. But not in like a bad, malicious way. It's not bad, it's not malicious, it's not mean, but she will mention what she sees. And man, there's a whole weird energy there. Don't even worry about it. But if you want to strategically post things that you know will upset him, you can if you want. Jenny, nice to see you. I have an exam next Sunday, but I haven't been able to study with all that's going on with me. Should I give up and retake it in November? I feel like I would be more stable then. Will you be more stable in November? Yeah, you probably will be more stable in November. Should you take the exam now and, let's see, take the exam. I think at this point, you would feel better putting it off till November, and I think that's perfectly fine. Go ahead. Put it off till November, but start studying now. Okay. Okay, no definitions. You're up next. What should I focus on the next 2 months or so? Pursuing the things that you enjoy and feeling secure. Feeling secure in your own skin, feeling happy with yourself, and building your financial security. Morgana the Great, nice to see you. What can I expect for the future of this connection? There are some good things here, but make sure you feel respected. The thing you have to watch out for is down the road there's a potential for disrespect. Be careful about that. Everything else looks pretty good. Okay, hang on a minute. Ness, happy Saturday, and thank you for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I can never feel settled in this land. What does Spirit want me to know about it? What should I do? I would say find ways to enjoy feeling light on your feet, and find ways that feeling unsettled is okay. And that's not to make light of it. Just, find different ways to describe it and different ways to experience it. And it could actually be okay. He's been in for 48 years, Kylas. That's wild. Oh my gosh. I think you're helping him do what he needs to do. I noticed, Trey, my screen got blurry during that. Yeah. I took it as something significant. No, it got blurry for me too. I saw it. Yep. Yeah, I thought it was significant for sure. Kanchan. After shifting to a new home, it feels unstable here. Everybody is feeling anxious, and maybe everybody needs a little time to settle down. Can I get some advice moving forward? I mean, I think the home isn't the problem. The problem is the people in it. I'm sorry. Was that a bad thing to say? I think after a little bit of time passes, it'll be better. It'll be more familiar. It'll be better. But ultimately, you probably need to live with different people in the long run. Just saying. Morgana, it might not be as blatant as cheating. It might just be disrespect, like making you wash the dishes all the time because you're female. It could be something like that. Okay. Adam Bowen, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What should I focus on this summer? Boundaries? Figuring out the problems that you have that you can't fix yourself and figure out who can help you fix them. And I mean other things too. Don't spend your whole summer doing that. But that is what shows up, like really looking for what help do you need? And that could be anything from building a fence to getting a therapist. But what help do you need and how do you get that help? All right. Hey, TK, Karen Tillich, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. My question is, what is my biggest self-realization of 2023? Well, 2023 isn't over yet, and there may be many. Have you had it already? I think there will be many this year, and a lot of it is about what you want and what you're capable of. And I think you're going to recognize that you have a very high capacity to do wonderful things. Oh, Adam, thank you so much for your kind words. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm doing some releasing work. Yay! Will this go well? Will this help me move forward in creating a new, better life for myself? Ooh. Yes, this is the right thing at the right time. Hallelujah day. Everybody, right now, stop what you're doing and put some energy toward Jackie's releasing work. Yeah. What a difference. What a difference. Veronica, what message do spirits have for me? I think there's some things in your life that aren't going the way you want them to, and I think you don't necessarily know what you can do to fix it. Keep looking for solutions. There are solutions. Keep looking for solutions. TK, I've been underselling myself in many aspects. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Rise up. And Lisa Harmon, thank you for saying to Teresa what I wanted to say. That's exactly right. Think of it this way. In 5 years, do you want to do what you're doing now or do you want to be a lawyer? Those 5 years are going to go by either way. I agree 100%. And Lisa and I are both older than you are, so take the advice from the older women. Go be a lawyer. Michelle F., nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I would like to know if there's something specific I should be working on in my spiritual journey, personal path. Yes, creativity, figuring out what really works for you and what you really believe, and don't feel like you have to handle anyone else's dogma. You can take a little of this and a little of that and put it together if you want. And recognizing, like, you have to have power. Your spiritual path has to give you power. So if that's about magic, if that's about healing, what it is, you have to find the power within that. Is that good? All right. My friends, from my perspective, I have come to the end. If I've accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please do reiterate. I want to thank you all so very much. Yes, we're in the holiday weekend, but I am available for readings, so please do reach out. In the description, there's a link to get a reading, and there's a link to get a StarCon ticket. Why not do both? Thank you so much. Quinn, Renata, Quinn Kaharius. Are the random things I've been seeing worth considering as a sign from the universe, or am I over-spiritualizing? I don't know, man. If it's a good and healing message, it might be a sign from the universe. I feel like your ancestors are trying to communicate something. And I feel like what they're trying to communicate for you is about your own value, your own worth, and your way forward. So if there's something there, maybe it is something helpful. All right, my friends, take care. Be good. I'll see you soon.